So, good afternoon. We are back again with another brand new show on the channel. And this time we have Rants and Bants. Welcome to the show, bruv.
Hey, what you saying, bro?
I'm good, man. For anybody who doesn't follow Rants on his YouTube channel, the link is in the title. So make sure you go and subscribe to him. Just click the @ in the title. That'll take you straight to the channel. You don't even leave the stream, so you can multitask. But yeah, man, long overdue as well, bruv. A lot of people have been asking to get you on. And we're going to make this a regular. If anybody doesn't know, I did put it out on socials, but if anyone doesn't know, every Monday we're going to do this on here. And then every Friday, we're going to return the favor on Rance's channel. So we've got twice a week. We're giving you that extra content, man, that good content. But
yeah, bro, it's sandwiching the football as well. Do you know what I mean? Monday and Friday. So it's perfect. Before the Monday games, if there's a Monday night game, and then on the Friday after all the European fixtures. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man.
We'll look forward to the weekend games as well on the Friday.
Exactly, man. So plenty to talk about.
Yeah, man. Thank you to everyone who is watching. Don't forget, hit the like button, subscribe to Rant, subscribe to me. Thank you to Richard and to Anthony who dropped the super chats in. They have disappeared off the screen, but thank you very much to all you guys. You all show me love. But let's start off with Arsenal. Let's start off with your thoughts on Arteta and how you think he's done so far and what you think he can do this season.
It's a weird one, isn't it? It's a weird one because when I look at the kind of coach that Arteta is and the way that I think he wants to play football, I don't think he's got the players to do that, innit? I don't think he has, but I think he's trying something. It's not, I wouldn't say it's not working, but it's not going to plan, should I say, innit? It's kind of like, first we make Arsenal hard to beat, innit, which was his plan. And to be fair, your defensive record under him has improved, innit? So it's one of them ones. When you look at it, like you lot have, I think you've got one of the best defensive records, haven't you, in the league? Which is a bit weird.
We didn't have the best until we got battered.
But that's what I'm saying. So it's one of the best. So it's a weird one. But then your striker's not scoring anymore. And it's kind of like if you want to make Arsenal harder to beat, then the person to suffer is going to be your striker, innit? So it's just a weird one. I don't think, from when I look at Arteta, I don't think that this is the way that he wants to play football forever. I just think that it's a stopgap for him right now. That's what I think it is.
See, it's a weird one because like I think the FA Cup's gassed a few people up too much to make it think like we're going to be great because we beat City, because we beat Chelsea, and then obviously we beat Liverpool when they'd already won the title. And then obviously we've done them in the Community Shield. So them games, he has made us a bit more competitive in the bigger games. Yeah. But I've never been worried about Arsenal in the bigger games. Yes, we got a great result at Old Trafford. The performance for me has been massively overhyped. I don't think we were that great with the ball. Without the ball, I thought we were brilliant. Yeah, I thought we were superb. Everyone knew their job. They did it to a T. But with the ball, I thought we were shocking. But we got the result, and that's all that matters. For me, not just under this guy, but under Emery and under Wenger, it's the games against Villa, the Brightons, the Crystal Palaces. That's where we mess up every season. You know, we normally do pretty well against the bigger teams at home, and then we sometimes nick a draw against you lot away. Obviously, this year we beat you, but Tottenham, we struggle against them away. We ain't beaten them for, I think, 6 years away from home. You know, it's the big games that I'm not too concerned about. But in terms of defence, we've conceded 10. Which isn't now the best. It's still one goal off of, I think, Tottenham and Leicester, I think, have got the best. But our attack, bruv, we've scored 9 goals this season, and 3 of them were against Fulham. Yeah. And it's like, if we carry on at this ratio of scoring goals, over a 38-game season, we're going to score 42 goals. Yeah. Like, that ain't enough. And when you've got Aubameyang in your team, who don't get a kick, running up and down, slide tackling people in the left-back position, it's not where you want to see one of the best strikers in Europe. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, for me, it pisses me off, man. It like really winds me up. But I know he don't want to play like that all the time. But I think he's just got into this rut now where it's worked a few times. So that's his go-to method now, which is boring the life out of everyone, man. I can't lie. It's boring. Yeah. And we literally don't create anything. And then when we do get a chance, we got the fucking French Benteke spooning headers over the bar. He's mad. Bro, he's shit. I can't lie. He is fucking shit, Lacazette, bro. But,
but the thing is with Lacazette, when you signed him, you weren't a goal scorer anyway. You know what I mean? I think he come off a season where he bagged like 11 pens or something, and everyone was getting excited. And I was like, this guy's not a goal scorer. Do you know what I mean? When you look at Lacazette, he's never really been in the French team at all. And that tells you what it needs to tell you. Because at a time where Karim Benzema weren't playing, he should have been getting into the squad. If you're at Arsenal and you're scoring goals, you're probably in the French squad, innit? He was never there. So that tells you his level.
No, that's it. And the thing is, like, if we wanted to play how we play now, Olivier Giroud is the guy. Yeah, because he can hold the ball up. He can be physical. He can win flick-ons. He can spin it round the corner to Pepe or Willian or whoever it may be. When I watch Lacazette, right, I do this every watch along, yeah? I say to everyone in the chat, I say, yo, first minute, as soon as that camera zooms in on Laka, just look at his face. You can tell whether he's dropping a 1 out of 10 or not. Yeah, because if he's just, bro, he has this dopey look on his face, yeah? Right? Yeah. Like, And I say it every time. I say, there you go, there's the face. He's dropping a 1 or 2 tonight. And he has. But do you know what? At the same time, he played the first 3 games of the season and scored in all 3 of them. Yeah. Then he's not going on international break. So our manager drops him for the Sheffield United game before internationals. And I'm like, it's just scored 3 and 3. Like, scored up at Anfield.
Why would he drop him if he's not going on international break?
Exactly. That's what winds me up with it, bruv. And then they go on international break. He obviously didn't. We then play Man City away. Very first game back, yeah? He put Willian up front and benched Laka again. So I can kind of understand why Laka's been shit for the last 3 or 4 games. Because when you're getting goal, and then you get dropped, it's like, well, even if I bag a hat-trick, I'm going to get dropped, isn't it? And it's the same with Pepe. Pepe scores in the Europa League. He hooks him off. We're thinking, right, he's going to have Luke Shaw on toast again. Yeah? Didn't start him, didn't play him. It's like, well, why did you take him off then?
Yeah.
It makes no sense to me, brother. Obviously, I watch Arsenal more than you probably do. But, you know, I see so fucking many issues with this manager. It is mad. It is mad, bruv. Like, he's killed all of our youngsters off. Yeah, like every one of them. Bukayo Saka's regressed. Yeah, he's getting better now. But from when he signed that new deal, he benched him. But he was playing him every single minute of every game until he signed. Then he benched him. Yeah, and it's like, why are you benching him? He's fucking one of our best players. Then Maitland-Niles, he should have just gone to Wolves, bruv. Like,
yeah, what was the whole keeping Maitland-Niles and then not playing him thing?
Makes no sense. Makes no sense. But, bruv, this manager makes no sense to me. Like, when Martinelli, you remember the goal he scored at Chelsea when he ran the length of the pitch? Yeah, he got player of the month in January, right? He then benched him until March. And then he came on against Olympiacos, set up Aubameyang's bicycle kick inside a minute of coming on. Yeah. Then he benched him for the next game. Then he got injured in training. He's been out for about 6 months, 8 months. Yeah, it's mad. It's absolutely fucking mad. And this is the thing. When you see it week in, week out, it just makes no sense. Like, the man don't know his best 11. He don't know his best formation. It's like, you've had the job a year, bruv. Like, how can you've 8 of the squad, 8 out of 25 are his players. That's a third of the squad.
Yeah, this sounds like you're talking about Oli here, boy.
We'll come on to him in a second.
I'm not even going to lie. When you're saying man don't know his best formation, his best team, like questionable substitutions, leaving out certain players, this is just literally, it just sounds like you're talking about Oli. It could literally be the same conversation. That's mad.
No, bruv, with subs, yeah, I can't lie, right? This fucker, yeah, he brings on three subs in the last 6 minutes of games. And it's like I'm not even joking, bro. Joe Willock, yeah, I'll give another example, right? Joe Willock was involved in 3 of our goals against Mulder, right? 2 of them were own goals, but he put the cross in for 1, he forced the own goal in another, yeah? And then he scored. He scored against Dundalk, yeah? He got man of the match in both games, right? Weren't on the bench in any of the next 2 Premier League games. And I'm like, well, that's a bit fucking odd. Like, I don't get it. Yeah. Then when you see his subs, yeah, man's taking off Tierney in a game to bring on, I think it was Kolasinac. And I'm like, we're chasing the game. Why are you taking off a left back for a left back? Like, why are you not putting a striker on or a midfielder or something for a defender and going for it? But he's all about just keeping the score respectable. Yeah. So like when he's coming out saying, oh yeah, well, we were in the game at Man City, we were in the game at Liverpool. No. Both of them were destined. Well, Liverpool were, but Liverpool were in walk mode. They were in second gear, yeah, and switched it on for the 3rd goal. And Man City, they had about 10 players out injured. No De Bruyne, nothing, bruv, yeah. And We didn't even have a go. It's embarrassing, man. And it's like, what is this? What we are now? Just a club that's set up not to get hammered.
This proper sounds like United. This is unreal. It's so uncanny, bro. Do you know what I mean? It sounds like you're talking about United. Any United fans in the comments will tell you exactly what it's like. Oli setting up not to lose. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, man went to Everton the other day, started Mata. Who did he start? Mata, McTominay, Fred. Like, it was a mad thing. When I saw it, I was like, what's man really trying to do? Like, what's he actually trying to do? Just not lose, bro.
I thought you played pretty well in that Everton game, yeah?
It was all right. Do you know what I'm saying? But Everton were poor. Because you know what it was with Everton? They started off well, kept the ball well, but they didn't have Richarlison, and he's their outlet, innit? Yeah. So because they don't have Richarlison, they transition into the midfield, and then when it goes to the attack, they either go directly into Calvert-Lewin, which they can't do all the time, or they have to go out wide. And when you don't have Richarlison who's going to run in behind and carry the ball, they lose a massive thing. They just don't have depth. And that's all it was. So there were a lot of times where they were building up and it got to the final pass and they didn't have the outlet there. And our defenders kind of gobbled it up. But there were periods in the Everton game that, like, it was looking mad for us, bro.
Yeah, mate. Do you know what? The goal that Cavani scored, yeah? Like, that was mad. Do you know what changed the game for Everton? It was mental, right? Because I was watching it and I was thinking, boy, Everton are struggling. Yeah, but you weren't. I thought you played well, but I don't think you were like dominating. You were getting up there, and it was just breaking down with a sloppy pass or whatever. Do you know what changed it for them? They stuck it on you for the last 20 minutes of that game. They brought Alex Iwobi on, bro. Yeah, they brought Iwobi on there, but they played him on the right wing instead of the left wing. Yeah. And he was whipping ball after ball in. I was like, fucking hell, he never used to do that for us. But the goal you scored with Cavani right at the end, yeah, that was a brilliant breakaway, executed pass to the T from Bruno Fernandes. And then Cavani done the keeper with his eyes. But it just seems funny when I watch United that every time it looks like he's about to get potted, he pulls out a result. Yeah, it's just so lucky. But you know what? When you get to that stage where you're hanging on by a thread, you're better off just sacking him. Yeah. So it's going to get to that point. Might as well just bin him. It is.
All they do is they just buy time. But our board is famous for just buying time, innit? That's what we do. We buy time, we buy time. Even Ollie's appointment was a buying time. Probably at the time, yeah, when they wanted to appoint a manager, there's probably no one available. So they thought, you know what, we'll just give it to Ollie because he's easy to get rid of. Do you know what I mean? Ollie's whole appointment, as much as they say it's long term, it just stinks of, I'm just going to bridge the gap here. Because he's very much an interim manager. Like the Arteta one was a bit mad for me, but at the same time, because Arteta had played for your club and also he was managing in the Prem, even if he wasn't the actual manager and he was assistant, he was still in the Premier League, in and around the Premier League. Ollie's come from Norway, bro. Like, it's mad, isn't it? Do you see what I mean? Like, that's wild, bro. Like, even when I say it, it feels like a dream, bro. It feels like a dream. Man came from Norway with no credentials, a relegation under his belt, and got one of the biggest jobs in football. So when I'm looking at that,
football, it's one. Let's be real. You're arguably the biggest club in the world, with Madrid and Barca. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, and he got that. He got that. So when I look at the whole thing here with Ollie, the players, out of all the players he signed, I don't think they've been great signings, any of them really. If I think about what he says he wants to do, the funny thing is with Ollie, he talks like he wants to play attacking football and stuff like that, but he doesn't sign players conducive to playing that kind of football. So it shows me that he doesn't actually know what he wants to do. Like, Wan-Bissaka's not an attacking right back. He spent 50 million on him. You know what I mean? He wanted a ball playing centre half. He spent 85 million on Harry Maguire. And then some United fans will say that Ollie hasn't been backed. Now, 85 million for Harry Maguire is backing someone blindly.
Bro, that was more than we spent in the summer. You've done that on one player.
This is it. But there you go. Now, I mean, Daniel James came in. He's been a complete flop. Now, I mean, Donny van der Beek's coming. He's not playing him. Bruno's coming. And Bruno's done well. So other than Bruno, you know what I mean, Cavani's coming, he's not playing. Teller's coming, he's got COVID and that. But even if he didn't, he probably wouldn't be playing ahead of Luke Shaw anyway. Who else has Ollie signed? Like, bruv, like there's been no signings that I can say actually they're remarkable, bro.
Not even Bruno.
I don't fancy him. I'm not gonna lie. He looks good on paper, but for the football that we're trying to play in that, I think we could have signed better people with the amount of money. He cost 40 million going up to 60 or something with add-ons and that. I would have spent that money better. Because I want a better brand of football at Man United. Like literally, I'm a football fan, bro. I want to enjoy watching my team play. Honestly, yeah. Like Bruno's got great numbers, but I don't enjoy watching him play, bro. Like, I don't enjoy him giving the ball away all the time. I don't enjoy all the things that comes with him.
35 times in the first half, was it the other day?
No, in the full game. In the full game, 35 times. Do you know what I mean? And in Norwich, I think he got the record like 41 times he gave the ball away, yeah? Bro, in 41 times, bro, there's 90 minutes in a game.
Yeah, just think how many times he actually got the ball and then how many he's giving it away. It's probably
about
what I'm 60%.
saying. But that's what I'm trying to say, bro. So it's one of them ones where for me, possession's important to me, innit? I'm a football fan that likes to see my team dominate games and keep the ball, innit? Like teams that like to play without the ball, that's underdog football. The best teams in the world dominate the ball and dominate possession and dominate the opponent. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you're reactive as a manager when you're letting the other team have the ball. That's what it is. You're waiting for them to have a mistake.
We just let them sit there and go, yo, we'll counter attack you. Well, yeah, that's all well and good, but then you're playing the wrong players for counter attack football. You know, well, why are you going to put Lacazette up front? Because if you want to hit and hope over the top, yeah, you need your Aubameyang running off of that. Yeah. Do you know what's kind of sad? Yeah, because like I grew up on United, Arsenal fighting each other like Pizza Gates and all them ones, Fergie Wenger, yeah. Right, and I even remember before that the battle at Old Trafford, like where Keown and all them ones are having it. And Dixon Winterburn. But I think that was what 91. I think we all got points deducted and everything that season. But it's sad to see how two clubs our size, with our history, two of the biggest three clubs in this country, that are absolutely fucked. Yeah, and I don't say fucked lightly. I think we're both fucked, bro. Yeah, like this is going to win. We're probably not going to see our teams win a league for the next 20 years.
Nah. Yeah, it's looking horrible. I'm not going to lie. Unless we get a change of ownership here, then we're gonna be struggling, bro. For the simple fact that we're not far away, but decisions that need to be made and the structural changes that need to be made, I do not trust the owners to do it, bro. Do you know what I mean? And like, as much as when I look at this Manchester United team now, I'm thinking, even if I was the manager and I went in, with the kind of football that I would want to play, there's not too many players in this team that I would say I'd keep. You know them ones. Like, I'm gonna be real, innit? So no matter what manager comes in, they're gonna be looking at this team like, well, yeah, I mean, it's just little bits of everything, and that's because these teams have always been built in the image of the manager, the previous manager, instead of having a proper philosophy as a club, innit? And the image of Oli is just all over the place.
Well, what do you think Fergie thinks of this? Because Fergie, I remember when he came in, and he was close to getting sacked, funny enough, wasn't he? And then was it Mark Robbins basically kind of saved him his job, didn't he? Yeah, but obviously the rest is history. But when I ever used to watch Man United, like people used to bang on about Fergie time, this and that. I see a stat once, right? This was years back, that Arsenal and Chelsea scored more goals in stoppage time in the Premier League than Man United did. That was before Fergie left, obviously, yeah? Right? But it was known as Fergie time. But when I used to watch United, you guys sing it, attack, attack, attack. Do you know what I'm saying? Now you watch United and you just see a mess. Like Palace running rings around you the other week. It's like, fucking hell, bro. 3-0. It could have been 13.
But I don't even know what Fergie's making of this, because honestly, bruv, the fact that he allowed David Moyes to sit in his chair after him, bruv, that tells me that either like he didn't care no more, or he genuinely just wanted us to miss him, bro. You know the one, because he couldn't have thought that David Moyes was going to take over and be successful. Like nobody could have thought that. Now that didn't make sense.
There was no evidence to suggest he was going to be. Like
none.
It was just he was Scottish. He's Scottish. Oh, he's my friend. Oh, fuck it, I'll give him the job.
But that's exactly what it was. Just give my mate a go. That's what it looked like. And I ain't forgiving him for that. I don't think I ever will. Do you know what I'm saying? Because that would have been the time to get Jose in.
Yep.
That would have been the time to get Jose in just after we'd won the Premier League. You know what I mean? You don't give it to David Moyes then. So I don't know what Ferguson's making of it, but honestly, when I look back, this mess started with giving David Moyes the job instead of a Carlo Ancelotti or a Jose Mourinho. This is where this mess all started. You know what I mean? And that was Fergie's decision. So it's one of them ones where you have to look at it like without emotion. Do you know what I mean? Greatest manager in football, all of that. But when I look at it in black and white, it was him. He was the reason why David Moyes got the job. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's true. Do you think, like, I know you kind of said it a minute ago, but do you actually think he did that on purpose? Like, to say, like, look, this guy's going to come in. Because in my head, I look at it and I think, like, it's going to be hard to go in after Fergie, whoever you are. Yeah, because of what he meant for that club, what he did for that club. Yeah, the respect the player. I mean, that team, when he left, the season he won the league, that team was shit, bruv. Yeah, apart from Van Persie and Rooney, the rest of them were pretty shit. Yeah. But he got such a fucking tune out of them. They won the league. But do you think that he deliberately felt like, yo, I can get somebody in here who can make a right mess of this? Yeah, so
I wouldn't say, I don't want to say that, yeah, because I don't know the man, innit? I don't know the man. But one thing I would say is, yeah, Mourinho was available. We didn't get him. Do you know what I'm saying? Would he have wanted someone to come in straight after him and win the league again? Probably not. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if we're being honest, because imagine Jose comes in then with RVP and them, man, brings in a few more man, gets another league title. All of a sudden, his league title don't look as good as it did. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's a hard one. I wouldn't want to say that because I'd like to think that the manager wouldn't. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. The squad was falling apart because Ryan Giggs pretty much retired after that. Patrice Evra left. Nemanja Vidic left. You know what I mean? All these men were on last legs. Rio Ferdinand, all these men.
Carrick still there? Carrick was there, isn't it? Last
legs. All these men were on their last legs, bro. Like, he literally rode these men and the wheels were about to come off. And this is the time where Fergie would have been doing a rebuild. And then he left that rebuild time. But you give David Moyes the rebuild, bruv, I'll never respect that. I'll never respect that. I'd never go and say that he purposely sabotaged, man, because I'd like to think that he didn't. But bro, that was the wildest decision ever. You know what I mean? That David Moyes thing, because that is what started the snowball.
Bro, I shouldn't laugh. Like I said, I kind of feel sorry for United, man. Like, you know, we're a mess, but United are a fucking bigger club, so they're a bigger mess. That's how I'm looking at it. Yeah. And the thing is, like, somebody made a great point to me the other night. He said that, I think it was Dammy who I had on the watch along for England. Yeah, he said that Barcelona have employed an ex-player in Koeman. Yeah, right. We've got Arteta, Lampard's at Chelsea. You've got Oli. That's 4 massive football clubs, and the only one that's not fucked is Chelsea. Yeah. Barcelona are a mess. We're a mess. You're a mess. You know, I know that Pirlo's at Juve, but come on, I could fucking win the league in Italy. Let's be real, yeah. Like, it's not difficult to win the league with Juventus, but out of them clubs, like 2 or 3, if you take Chelsea out, 3 of the biggest clubs in Europe are absolutely fucked. And the reason they've gone down this route, for Arsenal, I think, is they've looked at United and they thought, you know what? Even when you had that, you know, before you bought Bruno, you had this mad dip of form. Yeah, and it was like, oh, he's going to get sacked. He's going to get sacked. And then Bruno come in. You got a big boost off of that and started flying up the table about December last year, January maybe. And I think Arsenal have looked at that and thought, you know what? We'll sack Emery. Yeah, we'll get Arteta in, because even when they were having that dip, United weren't on his case. Yeah, United fans, there was rumblings, but it weren't like, let's get him out. Now, obviously, we're having the dip. And not like, there is people that want Arteta out, but it's in the minority quite comfortably. And I think that Barcelona have obviously seen that as well. And with the mess that's going on with their hierarchy, I just think it's a very easy way out to go and pick an ex-player, because it's just covering the fucking deficiencies above that. Yeah,
you're not right, bro. But that's why they handpick certain people to come in. Yeah, I mean, that's why they handpick certain people to come in, because they know that fans are emotional, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And they do the whole nostalgia thing. Fans are giving Oli a lot more chances, yeah, than they would give any other manager. You know what I mean? They hated David Moyes so quickly. Moyes got like 7 months or something like that at the club.
Mm.
And that's the difference. And Moyes, wait, bruv, Moyes went stinking the place out like what Ollie's doing, bruv. Not gonna lie. Do you know what I mean? The run that Ollie went on when he was getting pammed all the time, it was worse than Moyes' form.
Yep.
And they weren't trying to get him out. Do you know what I mean? So it's one of them ones where I'm very sure that these men know what they're doing, innit? And until the fans actually put pressure on the board, they continue to do that. This can never happen at Barcelona, bro. This can never happen at Real Madrid, because they'll run these men out the club.
Mate, their fans are fucked, bro. I can't lie, right? I see a video on YouTube, yeah, and it was Gareth Bale coming out of it was Messi. Sorry, I'm lying. It was Messi. He'd gone 3 games without a goal, bro. Their fans were waiting outside the ground for him and smashing his car up as he's pulling out on that. And I'm like, bro, this is fucking Messi. You're smashing up Messi's car because he's gone 3 games without a goal. Yeah, could you imagine our fans like supporting that, bro? Could you imagine if that was us, yeah? Going and smashing up fucking one of the players' cars as he's coming out, bro. We'd get death threats on a daily, bro. Like we would, I already do. Yeah, we're like, can you imagine it? It's like these lot don't even know what the fans abroad are like. It's fucked up, bro. Like Gareth Bale got his wing mirror kicked off his Aston Martin, yeah, because he fucking. Yeah, I'm not even joking, bro. It's all over YouTube, man. Like man got his fucking wing mirror kicked off. Yeah, he came out of the training ground. They kicked his wing mirror off the car, bruv, yeah, because he fucked up in the game before or he played shit. They always have the white handkerchiefs out, don't they, in Spain? Yeah,
this is it. But I think that the fans here need to be a bit more like that. Maybe stuff would get done then. Do you know what I mean? I think our owners, yeah, like our owners know that the fans aren't on nothing. That's just what it is. What, you might pull out a banner and a little protest and that. They're not really on anything. If this was in Spain, they wouldn't be able to do that.
True, man. It's true. Did you see the other day? You know, they were having this like when Messi wanted to leave, and it was a standoff between the president.
Yeah,
of the club.
Yeah.
Did you see the 1,000 Barcelona fans that broke into the pitch, into the ground? Did you see?
Yeah, they bust the gates and just ran in.
Yeah, bro. Can you imagine that here? Can you imagine like if you had got hold of a group of people online and said we're going up to the training ground or to Old Trafford, we're just going to storm in. Yeah. Bro, could you imagine how much backlash the rest of the fans would give you for that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you if you went to a game again, you'd have to take an entourage, bro, because fucking they'd want to smash your head in. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's because there's no unity in it amongst the fans here. Whereas over there, everyone's got this one agenda and it's we just want the club to be the best that they can be, in it. Here, there's so many different factions, so much this division, so much crap. That's the reason why it won't be like that. It's just the reason, because I remember like even when you lot had your whole Wenger debacle and that, certain people were doing certain people were saying, oh yeah, we want Wenger out. Certain people were saying, yeah, like we want to protest all of that. And then certain people were coming up and saying, oh, it's a disgrace and this, that, and the other. And it's just like, well, cool. If you're happy with watching your team lose, cool, innit? Yeah. You know, like that, because that's what it is, really, bro. And that's what it comes to. All these people coming out saying, I'm a better fan than you. I'm a better fan than you. That's what these men are doing. It's this moral high ground crap. You know what I mean? And you get it amongst the United fans all the time. Oh, yeah, same. I was here when we were rubbish, so this, that. Bro, I don't care. You know what I mean?
I see somebody put something out the other day, right? I think it was yesterday. A big Arsenal account saying, and it was a picture of Aubameyang. If you can't support him at his worst, don't celebrate him at his best. How about fuck off? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's Arsenal Football Club. Yeah,
you're not allowed to critique someone when they're doing crap. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. What kind of dumb stuff is that? But that's what I mean. These men are not serious, bro. That's why I don't have conversations with them. I'm not even gonna lie, bro, because it's just not good for your blood pressure. It's just not good for it, because certain men are deluded, innit? You know what I'm saying? And it's like I feel like your expectations in life will be similar to the ones that you have of yourself, innit? If you accept mediocrity from your football club and your football club's supposed to be a top club, yeah, then you probably accept mediocrity in your own life, innit? And a lot of these men are like that. So, like, it is what it is, bro. Like, if your whole life's mediocre, then cool, you can accept mediocre, bro. Like, I'm not on this mediocre thing. If I support the richest club in the world, the biggest club in the world, they're not spending money, they don't play good football, they don't have one of the best managers in the world, what is there for me to be happy about, bro?
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Somebody
What's there to be happy about?
Someone put a comment in a second ago. Let me see if I can find it real quick. There we go. Why is there so much division in comparison to Spain? The reason is, in Spain, I live in Spain. Yeah, the reason is the Spanish are mad on football, bro. Even where I live, which is miles away, 10-hour drive from Madrid, it's littered with Madrid fans and Barcelona. There's only, even though all the other teams get supporters, of course they do, yeah. But the majority of this country is Barcelona or Madrid. Yeah, everywhere you go, you just see them shirts, yeah. And when I speak to these people, yeah, they've got a different mentality to us. Like you just said, if you support one of the biggest and richest clubs in world football and they're not winning title after title after title, yeah, there's a fucking issue. Yeah, there is a big,
or even
big issue.
competing for the title, bro.
Exactly. And then us, we support two of the biggest free clubs in England, yeah, and we're sitting there going, well, yeah, let's all jump up and down because we beat you 1-0 on a penalty. Well, we were 13th, you were 15th, and we were 11th and 13th. Like, really? Like,
it's pathetic, bro. And then a man will turn around and say to you, you're not a real fan if you don't celebrate that stinking performance and that stinking win. It's like when I never celebrated beating Brighton, yeah, after we got a penalty after the game had finished. I didn't celebrate it, and people were like, oh, you're not happy United won. I was like, bro, when you support big teams, it's not about just winning. It's about how you win too. You know, it's not just winning because you're meant to beat Brighton. So I can't celebrate beating Brighton. That's meant to be a foregone conclusion, bro.
It's true. It's true. And the thing is, Man United under Fergie, like I just said, your fans in the crowd, bro. They're saying attack, attack, attack. That is what Man United do. That's what they've done. That's been ingrained in Man United for years, since before I was probably born. Yeah, you attack. You're Man United, mate. Yeah, and with us, we kind of have it slightly different because I grew up on the 1-0 to the Arsenal. Yeah, so technically, I should be kind of happy with how Arteta's been like, since he's been here. But then we've obviously got Arsene Wenger coming after that, and we've played sexy fantasy football in that. But
yeah,
I just look at it and I just think, like, for two clubs the size of us, the fan, and do you know where a big problem in the fan bases are? Not just our clubs, but other clubs in the Premier League as well. Social media, bruv. Yeah. Social media has been great in terms of branching out and doing stuff like this, where we're doing a show. There's 1,000 people watching. Slap the like button. Also, follow Rantz's channel. The link's in the title. Click it. It'll take you straight there. Subscribe to him. But it's been great in some respects because without a global fan base, you don't get the 60, 70, 80 million pound footballer. If it's just local Man United fans or local Arsenal fans, you ain't getting nothing. But on the downside to that, a lot of them just like accept it because they only grew up because of when they were born. They obviously didn't see the Arsenal before the Premier League maybe, and they just think the Premier League's the norm. Wenger winning's the norm. Yeah. So Wenger's God. Wenger's God amongst our fans. Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you get somebody coming after that like Emery, that was always going to be a challenge for anybody who wanted Wenger to stay. They were always going to hate him. Yeah, which is why he's gone. And the results weren't great either. But now we've got Arteta in. And the reason a lot of them back him is because he was Wenger's captain. Yeah. So because it was a Wenger captain,
it's nostalgia, isn't it?
He gets a blight. And it don't work like that for me. He ain't the best man for the job for me. You know, he was given the job on a technicality of being Pep's fucking assistant and being recommended by Arsene Wenger and Poch. Yeah. That ain't good enough to be manager of our club. Yeah. We should have had, for me personally, I would have gone with Jose. Yeah, I fucking love that geezer. I hate he's at Tottenham, bro. Winds me up. Every time I see him, I just think, should have been us. Should have been us. And do you know what? I asked this on the show this morning. I was on Claude's show this morning. I said this to a guy on there, Terry. I said, if Jose wins the title this season, would you sack Arteta? Because he got the job 6 games before Arteta did. And apparently they're shit. Apparently he's washed up. Yeah. Would you sack him? Eventually,
he signed like 8 players or something like that, didn't he?
We've signed under Arteta. We've signed 8 players.
He signed
but Jose
like 8 straight away in the window. Jose was doing a mad one, bro. He just signed bare, man. You got Gareth.
Do you know what though? He spent less than us, bro.
Yeah.
He spent less than us, but he plugged every gap. We didn't plug all our gaps. I think he done 68 million. We did like 80 something.
Wow. Okay, that's a madness.
For the
Yeah,
level
but
of player that he got, it's cheap, isn't it?
for sure. But I don't think what Jose does should dictate what you do with your manager. If you're a big club, you need to sack him if he's not doing well anyway.
Yeah,
This is the
true.
thing, but it's like, where do you go though? How do we know that Arsenal didn't look out for other managers and they didn't see anything that was suitable, so they went for Arteta? Now we don't know because
apparently Jose was interviewed. Yeah, and he didn't like the fucking structure above the management. Like, so the technical director.
Yeah, he didn't like that.
Yeah, and the MD and all that. He didn't like that.
He doesn't like to deal with that though. Do you know what I mean? Even at Tottenham, he just deals with Levy, innit?
Yeah, which is perfect for him.
Yeah, he likes that. He likes that. That's why at United it was a weird one for me, innit? Because I don't like not having a director of football. I don't like it. I think it's prehistoric. You know what I mean? You can't get any long-term continuity without a director of football. That don't make sense to me.
I think it can go both ways. I mean, Arsene Wenger had way too much control on our fucking transfers. Yeah, but at the same time, a technical director like we've got Edu in at the moment, bruv.
Yeah,
Edu's just signing up free signings and fucking Brazilians, bruv. Like,
yeah,
job for the Brazilians, you know, Brazilian revolution. Like fucking Willian. I don't mind Willian. I think Willian's a good player. He's been shit, bruv. Since he's been here, he's been crap. Yeah, and man's getting benched for fucking, and Pepe's getting benched for this. Yeah, then he signed Gabriel, brilliant player so far, player of the month, 2 months running. Yeah, but then like it's just like fucking, bruv. Like even the one that was a free signing. It wasn't a free signing. It was what's his name, Pablo Mari. He's not Brazilian, but he came from the Brazilian league. Like it's like well, all he's doing is just going, yo, you're Brazilian, you play for Chelsea.
Man, it's doing favors and that, little backhanders and that.
Yeah, it's mad, and that's the bad side of it for me. It can work. It can work. Of course,
have a good DOF though, innit? Have a good one. My thing is, yeah, whole point of a director of football, yeah, it sets up your club long term, innit? The problem is when you build a team, yeah, in the image of a specific manager. When that manager gets sacked, you then get another manager that comes in, wants to play a different style of football, that wants to then get rid of all these players. There needs to be continuity. The only way you have continuity is if you say, you know what, we're a club, this is the football we play, these are the profile of players we sign for these positions. You're a coach, you work it out. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like coaches shouldn't have too much input, bro. They shouldn't have too much input
when it comes to
the players that come in. Yeah.
They should just have a list and go, yo, that's the players
choose from this list.
Yeah.
That's
1,
what they
2,
should
and
have.
3 in each position. Yeah. And if you can't get me number 1, you go and get me number 2. If you don't get me number 2, get me number 3. But you're getting me one of them 3.
And they all have to fit into a certain style of football. We don't have that at our club. So because of that, we buy a slow centre-back like Harry Maguire, yeah, to play with a slow centre-back like Lindelof. And it's just like, bruv, both of them could benefit with having some pace next to them.
Yeah.
So if you know that Lindelof's going to be your number 2 centre-back, your number 1 centre-back has to be a quick centre-back. You don't bring in Harry Maguire. You know what I mean? If you want to play out from the back like United are trying to do, you don't buy Wan-Bissaka as right back because he can't play on the floor. You know what I mean? He's not good enough on the ball to play out from the back. So, like, if you press him, he'll give you the ball, bruv. Do you know what I mean? There's so many things wrong with all the signings that we've made, yeah, under the manager. It don't even make sense to me, bruv. You know what I mean? And especially if you want to play a counter-attacking style of football, yeah, counter-attacking football has to be efficient. It has to be efficient because if you're not going to have a lot of the ball, when you do have it, you have to be very, very efficient with it. And we don't have a lot of players in the team that are efficient on the ball either. When you watch like Atletico Madrid play, yeah, they're happy to give you the ball, but when they counter-attack, they have a structured counter-attack. Now, we don't have a structured counter-attack. It's just a flipping... It's a madness, bro.
It's fucked. It is fucked. Just to clarify, bruv, we've already gone over this about 10, 15 minutes back. It's just to cover the deficiencies of the people above. But thank you for that, mate. Listen, there is over 1,000 people, well over 1,000 people watching this. So thank you very much. Hammer the like button. Make sure you subscribe to me and make sure you subscribe to Rants. We're going to be doing this every single Monday here and every single Friday on Rants' channel. So go and subscribe to him. His link is in the title. Click on the app. It'll take you straight there. Before we move on to talking completely changing the subject and changing it to Rashford and Greenwood in a bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me get your thoughts real quick, yeah? If you was to get rid of Ollie today, give me 3 managers you'd take right now to replace him.
Pochettino, Ten Hag from Ajax, and probably Nagelsmann from Leipzig as well, bro. I just want attacking football, bro. Like, I'm tired of it. When people are like, oh, what about Allegri and all that? This whole pragmatic thing, I'm done with it, innit? I'm done with it. We've either had pragmatic or negative managers like the whole time since Ferguson's left. I'm tired of it, bro. I need managers that are good at playing football, can keep the ball. I like Poch because he plays good football, but at the same time, if he needs to change it up, he'll change it up, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's not afraid to match teams up and do the tactical thing when he needs to. But ultimately, he has a style of play and he has an identity, bro. And I just love it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's my man saying, Simeone, allow it. Like, I can't think of anything worse than watching my team part.
Do you know what? I love Simeone, bro. I'd take Simeone right now because if you're going to play this dead football, at least he's effective at doing it.
Yeah, because his counter-attack is very, very efficient, innit? Like, but, bruv, I don't want to see it. Like, it doesn't excite me, bro. It don't excite me, bro. I'm not going to lie. I don't want to see my team defending like this. I don't believe that's how football is meant to be played, innit? And that's the problem. My biggest problem with Manchester United is, the brand of football is horrendous. You know what I mean? So when these guys are like, oh, back the manager, and then they're showing me stats and results, the football's crap to watch. If you actually like football, aside from the football club, you can't be happy with the brand of football we're playing. It's shit. Even when we win, it's rubbish. That's how you know it's bad. When even we win a game, like we won 4-1 against Newcastle, and the game was rubbish, mate.
Yeah, that was all right at the death as well, wasn't it? Them 3 of them
5
goals.
minutes in, the game was shite, and then all of a sudden we bagged like, I think 2 or 3 goals, in 15 minutes, and everyone's saying, oh yeah, it's a great result. The game was rubbish. You know what I'm saying? Football's entertainment. I want to be entertained when I watch my team. At least, see how you used to play and you didn't win nothing, like the odd FA Cup. If Man United were playing like Wenger's Arsenal, and we were getting the same league positions, I wouldn't be as angry because I'd have something to buy into. At least I could say, you know what, I watched my team play some good football today, but we dropped a few points. But you know what I mean? I can see that we're trying to build. Brother, I can't see nothing. We're not getting the results or the performances. So if you're not getting either, what's there to buy into, bro?
Who's worse, Arteta or Ollie?
Bro, I think it's early days, bro. I honestly think that Arteta is a better coach. Do you know what I mean? But, bro, Ollie's got much better players. So because of that, because Ollie's got much better players, it's easy to say, oh, Ollie's better than Arteta, because he might be getting better results than that. As far as I'm concerned, I swear you lot are ahead of us in the league anyway.
We're 11th.
Yeah, so you are ahead of us. Because we're like,
I think you're 13th.
There you go, innit? So there's your answer. We got better players than
mediocrity, mate.
Huh?
The funny thing is, though, you're smashing it in the Champions League. Yeah,
that don't mean nothing. We're not going to win the Champions.
You're smashing it in a competition you're never going to win.
Exactly. That's why I don't care about it, bro. Like I said, when we beat Leipzig 5-0, I said I wish that 5-0 was against Arsenal. I would have taken a 5-0 against Arsenal and a 1-0 loss against Leipzig. Easy. Because we're not winning the Champions League, bro. Like last season when we beat PSG and everyone was all giddy, I was like, bro, we got Barca in the next round. You know what I mean? Like, we're going out anyway. And then we went in a run of like 11 games we did without a win or something in the Premier League after that. So it's kind of like, I would have rather that we didn't win that game and we won our Premier League games. And this is what it is now. We're flattering to deceive right now.
Man said, would you take Wenger?
Over Ollie, of course. Bro, anyone with sense would take Wenger over Ollie, bro. You know
Wenger would probably take the job as well.
Bro, at least Wenger's proven, bro. That Ollie's a fraud, man, in every sense of the word, man. CVs are
real talk, real talk, right? I would take Wenger over Arteta. Yeah? I fucking hate Wenger, bro. Man's set this club back a decade through all this bullshit, right? Which is why we're in this mess. But I've said this, right? If he was our manager last season, we wouldn't have finished 8th. If with the squad that he's got this season, we wouldn't have lost 4 games. Yeah, and we would be entertained. Yes, we'd get slapped in the odd game, but at least it'd be half decent to watch at times, and we wouldn't have lost 4 games. We wouldn't have lost to Olympiacos in stoppage time after we just scored a couple of minutes earlier to go through. You know, it's mad. It's fucking crazy, bruv. But let's switch it up, man. Let's go to some negative. Well, people say we're negative anyway. We just want the best, innit, for our teams. But let's go to this whole Rashford and Greenwood bullying and nastiness and fuckery from the media, bruv. Well, I kind of know your take on it anyway, but like, what bruv, it's fucked. I read a story about Rashford, and they were saying that he's bought houses worth 2 million quid, and like, how the fuck is that even a bad thing? Like, how are you even printing that?
5 yards or something like that. He's done all right, bro. Because I saw something and Phil Foden bought 1 for the same price. So whoever's buying them yards for Rashford, boy, you know what I'm saying? They need to hook me up. Man, I'm bargain hunting out here, bro. It's only a negative because it's like certain man just ain't supposed to have money in it. That's just what it is. It's proper funny. You know what makes me sick? Just in general, yeah. When like the media and normal people complain about rich people doing stuff that rich people do, bro. Like, it's dumb. They've got money. So what? The man is supposed to pretend that they don't have money. Like, it don't make sense. It don't make sense.
Go on, mate.
Like, even during lockdown, I remember it was flipping like Kim Kardashian's birthday, and she like went to an island with her friends, yeah, and everyone was like, "Oh, like, do you know what I mean? We're in a recession," and that. I go, "Brother, she's not. You know what? She's supposed to feel bad. What? She can't go and celebrate her 40th birthday with her friends because you lot are broke. That's not her problem." Exactly. If Rashford wants to go out and buy 5 yards because he's a multi-millionaire, he can go out and buy 5 yards, bro. Just because everyone else can't buy 5 yards, that's not his problem. And furthermore, it's not like Rashford's running around on Instagram with the keys in his hand saying, "Oh, look what I've got." You should probably he's going about his business, mate. And he's going to bring it up, bro.
Imagine a man posting it up outside taking selfies. Like, just
we don't care that Rashford bought 5 houses, bro. The obsession, yeah, with this country and footballers, yeah, how much money they earn, what cars they own, how many houses they own, and all of that, yeah, all of it is disgusting, isn't it? And this is the only country it happens in, because footballers get paid well in every country, yeah. This is the only country where you see them constantly slating these people, and it comes from envy, yeah, and it comes from the class system, yeah, and racism as well. But the class system in this country, yeah, is the main reason why, in general, they hate footballers, bro. Because footballers are working class people, and a lot of these journalists are middle class, and they're saying, "Look at these chavs, look at these peasants. Why have they got all this money?" You know what I mean? That's where it comes from, bro.
That's true. And then most of these journalists in this country, middle-aged white guys,
private school.
Yeah, private school, Eton and all them ones, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it is jealousy. And do you know what? I remember when Robbie Fowler and Michael Owen were buying up houses. Yeah, bro, it's a sense. Somebody said it a minute ago. It's a sensible thing to do, because when football's a short career. It's 20 years max. Yeah, at the top level. Yeah, yes, you can earn an absolute fortune. Good luck to you, man. Listen, if you make it as a professional footballer, no matter whether I rate you or not, yeah, you ain't going to lose any sleep over it, number one. But number two, I know the fucking shit you've gone through to get to be a professional footballer, because I couldn't do it. Yeah, you couldn't do it. Most of the people, or none of the people in this chat could do it. It is hard work, mate. Yeah, and you have to have not only talent, but you have to have the dedication. You have to keep fucking going. Even when you get knocked back on a trial, you go to next trial. Yeah, and a lot of people don't make it. I'd say probably only about 1%, if they're lucky, ever get to professional level. Yeah,
right. I think it's less than that.
There you go. Then when you get somebody like Rashford, who, by the way, I don't particularly think he's great as a footballer. Yeah, he's all right. Yeah, but the one thing I'll say about him, you don't see him doing any stupidness. You don't see him in nightclubs fucking going home with 2 birds or anything. You don't see him fucking doing anything when he's got a game the next day and stuff like that. But he's out there doing the best for young kids, helping them eat and stuff like that. And if he wants to go and buy some fucking houses, who cares? Yeah, leave the boy alone, man.
But they care though. Do you know what I mean? But they care. That's what I mean, because they don't like to see young black boys doing well, and that's just all it is. And then you're seeing it with Mason Greenwood as well. Rumors coming out about him left, right, and center. People are just trying to rattle him. Do you know what I mean?
The rumors are a disgrace, bruv. I see something the other day. Yeah, fucking, it was disgusting, bruv, about some rape and all this. I'm like,
and boy, it wasn't even him anyway.
No, but this is the thing. The reason that came out like that for him was because him and Foden were in the hotel with a girl a couple of weeks earlier. Who cares if they're in a hotel with a girl? Yeah. Is that actually fucking news? It might be news to Foden's missus. I'm sure he was in the fucking doghouse, yeah? Wow. But it's not news for... We shouldn't need to know that. Like, we see it all the time. And listen, the media in England are a fucking disgrace, bro. And when you see the names of the people that write these articles, it's the same faces every single fucking time. Every single time.
And they don't get held accountable. Like, these guys come out and they say sources close. Bro, you got no fucking sources. You know what I mean? These guys would be like sources close to the club and that. Mason Greenwood. What sources, bruv? Start naming them. There's no sources. No. You know what I mean? You men just have vendettas, and now they're trying to rattle Mason. Like, he lost one of his best friends, to suicide and that, and then they're jumping on, man. This is why these young kids are under all this pressure, bruv. He's 19 years old? And they're doing it to him? And they don't care, bro. This is the thing. They actually don't care. That's why I wish it was like the old days where the paparazzi used to come and have to come up to you with cameras and that, bro. Because I'm sure a few of them would have got punched up. But now these men are hiding behind their phones.
Yep, bro. I just googled Mason Greenwood's name. Yeah, literally just googled it. Where's it gone? It's fucking gone. It said, "Is he the next Ravel Morrison?" Like, what fucking kind of title is that? Like, come on, man. Like, leave the kid alone. He's playing for fucking Man United, and I think he's broken record after record for you guys already. Like, first to 50 goals or something like that at that age. Yeah, bro, or the youngest to get 50.
He's doing everything, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And the funny thing is, he scored more goals from open play than Rashford last season. In his debut season, bro. And the maddest thing about that, with Mason is, like, he only started starting games after lockdown. Before that, he was just coming off the bench and he was still scoring. So the guy's phenomenal. He's a phenomenal talent. And what they're doing right now, is clearly targeting him, innit? And they did the same thing to Raheem. Like, Raheem was getting booed up and down the country when he left Liverpool to go Man City by fans that weren't even flipping Liverpool fans. Because the English media just, all of a sudden, because Raheem left for the money, he was just he was greedy or something. Like these men, that working in flipping Tesco, wouldn't go work in Marks and Spencer's if they got offered an extra £5 an hour.
It's true, man. That's the thing. They're just playing in a different ballpark. They're playing in a higher earning profession. And this is what pisses me off. Like, you don't see these stories about certain other people. Like, I mean, I don't rate Mesut Ozil one bit, bruv. I can't fucking stand him. I think he's the most overhyped footballer I've ever seen, But you don't see all these stories coming out about him, like, and what he's getting up to and what he's buying. It's like, why don't you see that? Why don't you see that about him? Yeah. Why don't you see what Harry Kane's buying? Like, why is it always
like all these people are poor, bro? Like, I'm seeing Phil Jones driving around in Lamborghini Uruses, and man, bro, Phil Jones, fam. Phil Jones is on 120 grand a week. He's got Lambos in different colors and all that. No one's saying, right, Phil Jones, dead baller, always injured, never playing. Look at the cars he drives. No, it's always the brothers that look like me, brother. They want to know what you're driving, what you're buying for your mum.
That's true. They can't even argue. Nobody can even argue that. And the thing is, it's like, brother, I can't believe the car you just said he's got, brother. He is shit. That just goes to show anyone in the chat who is young and can still play football, don't give up. Because if Phil Jones can make it, you can too. It's as simple as that. But I've just Googled his name, right? Club chiefs desperate point as concerns spiral for Man United star. That was Team Talk. You've then got another one. Greenwood. Fans react angrily to British newspaper story. Fair play, they've reported that. Daily Mirror. Mason Greenwood could throw his career away like Ravel Morrison. Why is every single, like, you type his name in and it comes up with fucking hundreds of them, mate.
Just negativity.
It's like, if I type in Harry Kane, it won't have a single story like that. Like,
It never will, bro. This is the thing. It never will. Do you know what I mean? The thing is, with Harry Kane, for him to get negative press, he would literally have to go out of his way to do something. And even then, they'll probably make an excuse for him, bro.
yeah,
That's
probably.
just what it is.
Bro, look at the World Cup when he should have squared it to Sterling for the tapping. Yeah, that would have got us to the final, probably. Yeah, bro. If that was Greenwood, bro, yeah, bro, they'd want his head on a stick, brother, in the centre circle at Old Trafford. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's a madness, but brother, you know what's fine? Harry Kane actually had a crap tournament, but he just scored the pens.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And it's mad when I looked at that tournament. Like, it was a weird one. Loads of players had shit tournaments, to be fair. Sterling had a rubbish tournament. Dele Alli, we carried him for the whole tournament. Do you know what I mean? Loads of players have crap tournament. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the way football works is, yeah, like people just love a scapegoat, innit? People love a scapegoat, and they'll always go to the easier one. You know what I'm saying? It's always the black guy, bro. That's just how it is. That's how it is at most people's clubs. It's funny. That's just how it goes, bro. You know what I mean? And the more high profile you are, bruv, that's it. The bigger the height is for you to fall down. The Mason Greenwood thing is disgusting because it's just like, he's so young. But at the same time, my fan base do it so much to Martial and Pogba. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, you know what? Now it's happening to Rashford and Greenwood. Now you man can see, now it's closer to home. Maybe you can see what the English media are on. So yeah, it'll be interesting. You know what I mean? Because a lot of them do the same thing. Same with Gary Neville. Does the same thing to Pogba, and then he's coming out defending Mason Greenwood. I'm like, allow it. Like, spare me, innit? It's the same thing. It's the same thing with Lingard as well. Lingard was getting pammed, bro. Like, certain man were telling him, like, man was wishing his daughter a happy birthday, and man is saying, get out the club and that in the comments. And I'm just like, bro, what are you doing, bro?
Yeah, fucked up, man. Proper fucked up. Big up 1,100 people watching still. Over 1,100 people. Smash the like button. Follow Rants on YouTube. Subscribe to him. His link is in the title. It's got the app there. Click on it. Takes you straight to the channel. You can stay watching this while you do it. Hit subscribe. Also, big up Guna Eagle Eye in the chat. My partner on Arsenal watchalongs. Make sure you go and subscribe to him. His link is in the description. Make sure you check him out as well. He's close to 10K as well, so get him over the line. And let's end this show up on a positive. We're both Grealish fanboys, I understand.
That's my guy, bro.
Bruv, I only converted from June. I never, changed it as well.
Grealish, bro. What are you talking about?
I never used to rate him, innit? I thought, nah, this guy, I thought he wears his little Alice band. He has his socks down low. I thought he's just got a funky barnet and he can do some skills here. But then I watched him from June when football come back here. And I was like, do you know what? This guy is a fucking joke. Yeah, like, he is a joke. He's playing for a team that are shit. Well, they were last season for most of it. And he single-handedly dragged that team to Premier League football this season. Yeah, and then this season, bruv, I see him fucking give Liverpool like the biggest run around that I have ever seen him have. Yeah. And then he done it again to us on Sunday the other week. The guy's the real deal. And I'll tell you something now. I said this to you off air, yeah? I'll say it again. Aston Villa have got themselves a fucking gem, and they are so gassed that he is a Villa fan, because if he weren't, he probably would have left.
Absolutely, man. But also in COVID, no one could afford him. So, but saying that, if he wasn't a Villa fan, he probably doesn't sign a new deal. You know what I mean? He probably doesn't sign a new deal, man. So, man, have to big up Jack Grealish, innit? Like, it's one of them ones. He's still young enough that he can make a move later on in his career. And the thing is, he's so good and he don't rely on pace that this is only the beginning. Like, this ain't even him in his prime.
Yeah.
I don't think it's too soon to say he's the next Gaza. I said it anyway. You know them ones. I said that this is the closest thing man has seen to Gaza. Do you know what I'm saying? He's the most talented player that we've had since Wayne Rooney, bro. Like, Jack Grealish is England's best player. I don't think anyone could dispute that, bro. That his levels of talent's different. It's different. I think Harry Kane is our best striker, bro. But all-round game, bro, Jack Grealish is just, he's different, man.
Yeah,
you know I mean, he's just a different kind of player, bro. He's got everything. He's got the grit, determination. he does all the nice stuff, but he gets his socks dirty, he gets his shorts dirty as well. Like he mucks in. You know what I mean? He's not one of them.
Relentless
He's not
work
a luxury player. You know, there's certain players like him, yeah, that like play like on the edge of the game and that. But bruv, he gets involved.
Yeah.
So like Jack Grealish for me, like he's one of the best players in the Premier League. So.
And he's still only 25.
But that's what I'm trying to say, bro. Like imagine a 27-year-old Jack Grealish in his prime is going to be a complete madness, bro. I mean, so yo, I'm a massive fan of his, bro. There's not a better number 10 in the league for me. Like,
Man made a great point there as well. Grealish never gets injured. That's true, bro. When I see our manager coming out in lockdown, or when we come back to football in June, yeah, oh, these players need a rest. This player needs a rest. That, and I'm like, how the fuck don't Jack Grealish ever need a rest? Because he
don't play in Europe, though, to be fair to him.
Every single game, he runs further than everyone. He travels with the ball further than everyone. Why don't he need a rest? Like, I don't get it, bro. But I'd love him at Arsenal, man. I think he is fucking superb. And I never used to. Yeah. Like, Chig says the same. He can do anything. He can do absolutely anything. He can go past a man. Bro, I know he got bodied a bit last night in the Belgian game. Right? But that one he did to Bellerin, yeah? Bro, he outpaced Bellerin down the wing, yeah? And then he just looked at him and went, fuck you, bosh.
But that's what I'm saying. Oi, Grealish has got it all, bro. And you know what's mad, yeah? Like, I've been a fan of his for a while, innit? And it's funny how you see now the media want to get on the bandwagon after Southgate was rubbing him out before. Know what I mean? And weren't trying to play him. Bruv, this is just what it is. This is what it is, bro. The mainstream media are so far behind as well. Because if you don't play for one of the top clubs, yes, these men don't even recognize you. Jack Grealish has been doing it. Do you know what I mean? I think Poch wanted to pay 40 million for Grealish to bring him to Tottenham, yeah, and Levy didn't want to pay the money.
Madness.
What now?
Absolute madness.
Now he's going to cost double that.
At least. Bro, if he smashes it again this season, which, let's be real, he's probably the best player this season so far in the league. Yeah. If he carries on, you could maybe say Son and Kane so far as well. They're probably the top three this season so far. They've been slapping it, all three of them. Yeah. But if he carries on with that new deal that he signed, bro, he's going to be at least 80 million quid. Yeah. Because he is only 25. You know? It's fucking mad. And there's not many clubs that can buy him. Ironically, your club is one of them. Yeah, you probably could go and buy him. It's whether you would do it and whether he would leave. It's a hard one, isn't it? Because I said this to you off air. Imagine being a baller, right? And you actually play at the top level for your boyhood team. Yeah, that's why you see like Alan Shearer, when he went to Newcastle, I ain't ever leaving Newcastle. He could have gone to United multiple times. Yeah, and he probably regrets not going there for the trophies. Yeah, but at the same time,
say that, but of course he does.
He's got the freedom of fucking Newcastle, though. Like, the guy can walk butt naked down Newcastle High Road, bruv, yeah? Like, just windmilling and just going, yo, I'm Alan Shearer doing this celebration. Do you know what I'm saying?
True. Bruv, you're not wrong. That's the thing. With Grealish, all of his mates are there, his family are there. He's like, literally, he's the king of Brum, bruv. Like, why would he leave unless he gets like an offer that he can't refuse, innit? So that would be very interesting. It would be very interesting. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, Neftali makes a great point as well. He said he gets kicks off the field. Yeah, but he's got that mentality. Like, he's the most fouled player in the Premier League since he's been in the Premier League. It's fucking mad. And you never see him whinging and rolling around. He just dusts himself off. That's why I like Messi, because Messi gets kicked everywhere, bro. He just gets up and goes, you know what? I'm gonna fuck you up in a couple of minutes, bro. Wait till I get the ball next. And I like players like that because they don't need to give it all the mouth. Or like Jack Wilshere. Yeah, Jack Wilshere was a fucking good footballer, but his attitude and his injuries fucked him because he thought he was a big man on the pitch all the time. Yeah, he was probably technically better than Jack Grealish. Yeah, but injuries fucked him. Yeah, and then his attitude didn't help as well. But Jack Grealish has got a proper mentality. He's a baller and he stays fit. For me, that guy goes all the way to the top for the next 5 years, man. And if Aston Villa keep hold of him, they'll probably go to the top as well. But there we go. Listen, I think we should wrap it up, man. We've been going, what, hour and 5? Boy, that went quick. Quick.
Yeah, bro.
And appreciate you coming on. And a little new show that we're popping out. So anyone who has joined late, this is going to be a regular every Monday on this channel. And then on Rance's channel, his link is in the title. Go and subscribe to him right now. Click the app. It'll take you straight there. Every Friday, we're going to be doing a show on his channel. So Monday and Friday. Monday here, Friday on Rance's channel. Appreciate it, man. That popped. Thank you to everyone in the chat as well.
Yeah, bro.
Consistently over 1,000 people non-stop all the way through. So yeah, it was mad. Thanks to everyone who watched live. Big up everyone who donated as well. I do appreciate that as always. Like my guy here, we'll end on that one. who's the English Neymar? Grealish or Sancho?
Sancho.
Yeah, it's got.
Grealish is better than him now, but I think Sancho's ceiling's higher, bro. Like Sancho's ceiling's
definitely higher. He's younger as well. And what I like about Grealish is he always wants the ball.
Exactly. That's the kind of a top player.
Yeah, he wants to drive forward. Wants to be the superstar without being the superstar. If that makes sense. He's just like, yo, I'm gonna let my football do the talking. All right. And now he's calmed down and not doing a stupidness over in Tenerife on a lad's holiday. but do you know what? I remember seeing that picture, real quick, right? When man's laid flat out on the floor, bro. I was like, do you know what though? Again, although it was a white player this time, again, is that news? He's just gone on a fucking lad's holiday. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, none of us have ever done that, no? Do you know what I mean? We've all got mash up.
I'm saying these men have an unhealthy obsession with footballers in this country. They don't like seeing social mobility. They don't like seeing poor people with money, bro. Like, they hate it.
No, it's mad.
That's just what it is. They absolutely hate it.
Yeah, man. Listen, thanks, man. Appreciate a good start, man. First show popping off, and long may it continue as well. And there's still 1,000 people right now, so go and click the app. Subscribe to Rants. We're out of here. I'll be back again with Turkish at 9 o'clock, and you're going live at 6, innit? With Kaji, is that right?
With KG, yeah.
KG, is that? I'm actually having him on for the Leeds preview because he's a Leeds fan, isn't it?
Yeah.
He DM'd me the other week, man. I was like, right, you're Leeds, cool, you can come on. 6 o'clock. So go check that out, guys. We're out of here, man. Laters.